Autodesk Inventor, working with drawings. On this one, I'm going to show you how we can put a break in a part. If it's a long part, trying to get the scale up to where the part can fit on the piece of paper. Again, I'm going to use the border that I already have all the dimension styles set up on. Open my border. I want to place that base view. And there is a threaded shaft that I have in here. Threaded shaft. Open that up, and if I look, I can say the part is sitting on there, but it takes up quite a bit of space. So I'm just going to go ahead and move it into my drawing for now, put a view over to the side, and right-click and say, OK. If this is taking up a lot of space, I can come up here and do a break in it. So I click on break, and it says to select the view. And then I'm going to put a line where I want the first line and then set the second line. There's no difference between those two lines, so now it just shortens the part up. If this was 20 inches long, it would save a little bit of work there. So now I have this shaft with the threads on there. I'm going to get some dimensions going on this, go over to my annotation tools, and on this one I'm going to do a baseline set. I'm going to go from the end to the end of the threads, to the shaft, and here, along there. Get all those different dimensions in, click continue. There we go. Anything that is to the right of the break, it indicates that in the dimensions. I right click and tell it to continue. Now, there is some information on here that is missing from the drawing. From this angle, we can't even tell that this is round. So what I'm going to do is go back to my base view and tell it that I want to project a view. So I can click on this view and then project a view on there. And I go right click and tell it to create that view. On that view, I'm going to right click, go to edit the view. And I'm going to tell it to shade it, just giving us a little bit of more definition with what's going on. The other thing I can do is over on this other view is I can go in and put in some of my dimensions. So I can annotate and tell it, give me some of the diameters. I'm going to zoom in on this so it's a little bit easier to do that. So I can say, what is my diameter at this point and at this point? And then I know I've got one at this point also. I think I might have wanted the other one, so I'm going to delete this. I think I want to do the other circle here. Let's see. I can't quite get to it. There we go. That one's not working out. I'm going to do that one a different way. I'll show you how. And then on the dimension for this right here, I can say, what is this dimension? Go from there. All right. Click on my previous view. On here, part of what that was giving me was what the root dimensions were for some of the threads over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my tool up here for hole and thread callouts, and I can click on there and it'll show me what my thread callouts are for that. So that's kind of nice doing it that way. I can also come in with my dimension tool and say, what is the distance between here? Put my dimension in. And also ask, what is the distance from here to here? Giving me my thread length, showing me that it's 7/8 of an inch. And also do the same thing here. Put that on there. Tell it OK, and then I'm going to move this over. It looks better over there. So it's pretty fast. The length of those threads, because I have my thread information up here, I could even double click on that thread information. And once I'm out of the hole command, click on that, which it's not giving it to me. I'll right click and go to text and then go, let's see. Let me see if I can't put that length on there. I can say 0.563 long, right? Whoops. all uppercase for drawings, long. There we go. Now I can get rid of this dimension right here. Delete that. Right click on this other one. I can tell it that that one is 7/8 of an inch. Go in here, put my dimension in here, go 0.875 long. Click OK. There we go. All right, another drawing done. To print these drawings out, I can go up to File and use the Export and export them to a PDF. That is what I'll need to do for the instructor. So there we go.